Hey there, it's Deborah Coulter, Chapter 6, and I've chosen question number 2, which was about the different stages of spelling. When we as teachers are teaching children to learn to spell, commonly we give them lists and we give them spelling tests, which is fine. But if we don't conduct miscue analysis and see exactly how they're missing the word, then we fail to see the growth that they've potentially made throughout the year. And what's really sad about that and tragic is that the child feels defeated and they don't see that they're indeed making some growth. When you move through the stages of spelling, you get closer and closer to the right answer, and that should be a bonus. Kids should know, hey, you are really getting there. You're really making some progress. So here's a few examples. If a child was to, that is not the first one I need to show you. If a child was to spell dog with just a picture, then that child is in the early prephonetic stage. And of course, the instruction needs to focus on phonemic awareness so that they know that each letter has a sound and should be spelled that way. If a child spells dog like this, they're in the semiphonetic stage. They are understanding that there's an initial and a final consonant, but they're missing some stuff in the middle. They need instruction on discrete phonemes. They need to hear each sound and know that it deserves a letter, a grapheme, a written representation. Finally, if the child spells dog like this, they have made it to the phonetic stage. They understand that every sound deserves a phoneme, a grapheme. Here's another example. If a child spells treat like this, then she or he is in the semiphonetic stage. They understand initial and final sounds, maybe some of the other consonants, but they're missing some. They, again, need instruction in discrete phonemes. Maybe the child then spells treat like this, and then they would be in the phonetic stage of learning. And perhaps a child finally gets to the transitional stage when they understand that, oh, vowel digraphs can be spelled with different ways, and treat deserves an EA to spell the E sound. When kids get to the transitional stage, the focus of instruction needs to be on common letter patterns and then more complex spelling rules. Let's look at the word families. It's different because the root word, the end, the Y needs to change to I before we add the ES. So if a child spells families like this, they're in the transitional stage. They're getting there. If a child just applies the S at the end, they might be in the syllables, affixes, spelling stage. They need instruction on root words, phoneme, morphemes, morphology, the rules of affixes, what to do, how to change it and make it a plural or add a suffix to it. And finally, they'll get it right. And they're finally in the derivational relations stage of spelling, which is the final stage. It's where we all want to be. And at that point, kids can just work on studying word origins, where words came from and the different morphology behind them.